Alright, so today we're going to be putting out some trail cameras in my backyard. I kind of want to see what kind of animals and things like that are back there. So I'm just getting the trail camera set up. I bought these guys last year. I got 4 of them on Amazon. They're like, I think, $30 a pop. But I did notice, I was just testing one earlier, and the dates and times are all wrong. So I want to make sure that they're at least close now. Where's my phone? So I don't have to go searching all around to try to find the files when I find the garden. So I don't have to go searching around for the files if anything pops up on any of these. Like I said, I got 4 of them. I'm gonna kind of spread them out around the backyard and see if we see anything. I've seen a lot of deer poop. Turkey season is coming up soon. I want to see if there's any turkeys back there. The nice thing is it seems like only the first camera that I used had the wrong day and time. This one and all of the other ones seemed like they were okay. So that's a home run. I did use these in my backyard back in Midland Park. We had an animal that kept, part of what caused me to buy these was that I don't know why it's doing that. That was weird. I hope it doesn't do that when an animal walks by, because I think that's just because I was setting it, but there's only one way to find out. So pull out that SD card and see what it says. So I bought these and I used these in Midland Park. I spread them all around my backyard. We had a groundhog that kept sneaking around our yard, but we also had some kind of animal that was going into all of our garbage cans and ripping them up every night. Or on nights where we put certain foods out. So I wanted to see what it was and see if I could catch it. All I ended up catching on it was me and the groundhog and a whole bunch of raccoons. But the raccoons were in the back of the yard, not the front part by where the garbage cans were. So I don't know that it was them. I know at different times we've caught possums in that backyard. And by caught, I mean they fell in the garbage can into the bottom and couldn't get out of it. So, yeah. Let's see what these shots look like. And see what we can do with them. Otherwise, everything's all set. I just got to figure out what trail camera I just pulled this SD card out of. So I got my bag packed with my trail cameras. I got a tripod so I can bring you guys along and put you down if I have to. Let's get out there and set up some trail cameras. See what we find. Let's go. There's a little trail that goes back here, and at the end of the trail, I've seen deer poop a couple times, so I want to put a camera there and see if we see anything. I think I might use, let me flip this around so you guys can see. I think I might use that post right there. No, there's a couple trees in the way. I don't want to do that. In hindsight, I should have brought a pair of clippers with me to clip some of these branches down. Because what happened the one time at Midland Park, I had these set too low, and there was some high grass in my property that was blowing in the wind, and it kept setting off the trail camera, which drove me insane. I had about 1,000 clips, and all of them were the grass moving, which was fun. I think we might use this tree right here. It worked. It worked. Alright, so I'm going to drop a trail camera here, kind of see if we get anything on it. I haven't used these guys in a while. The way they were working before, I think it'll be fine. Turn it on. best. It is a little chilly out. So we're gonna drop this guy on this tree. Up. Of course, flipped it around. Tie this around there. Just try to get it out of the way. Not distract anything. Alright, so we got the first camera set up. She's a little crooked. Something was just crawling on me. And I broke a branch. But I don't know if you guys can really see. But here we go. We got it kind of pointed up this trail. So there's a little kind of trail that cuts through here. Now I did clear it a little bit, but before I even cleared it, there was a good amount of space on it. Because I think this is where the animals came through, because this is also where I found the first couple of piles of deer poop. So we're going to head further in and set up a couple more of these guys and see what we find. So that's the first trail camera. We've got 3 more. Let's go. So we just walked through. There's a kind of second path that comes over this way. Trying to think where I would put my second camera. Hindsight, this video might have been a little better with a GoPro on. So you can see what I'm doing with the cameras a little better. I could have put it on a head mount, but I didn't think of that. And there are a lot of birds back here. Some really big, I believe they're turkey vultures. There's a crow. Where's he going? Let's watch him. I don't know what he's doing. Let's get a little further back in. Also trying to pick spots where I know there's landmarks. So I can actually find these trail cameras again. Because I didn't really mark my spots like I probably should have. So I can find them again. This thing's kind of cool. I want to say at some point they had some kind of building out here or some kind of like well out here, because this used to be all pasture back when they had horses, I believe. Now it's not. Alright, let's go for trail camera number 2. So this is going to be the spot for trail camera number 2. Alright, we got this guy. We got this guy on. or hooked up rather. I'm gonna turn it on. Let's drop it right there. Alright, so we got our first 2 trail cameras up. I got one more I want to put in the backyard. I'm going to go pretty far back though before I put that one up. And then I think there's one I'm going to put in the front yard. So let's get to it. I don't know when I'm actually going to check these cameras because I do want to let them sit for a while. I might give it like 3 or 4 days, maybe even 5. It's a Monday today, so maybe Friday I'll check them. But we'll see. So let's head a little further back. I use this app called onX for hunting. It kind of shows you different hunting locations. Depending on where you are, it'll tell you like what hunting zone you are. So like for turkey, I know zone 20. So when I go to get a permit, I'm getting a permit for zone 20 to try to get turkey. But it also shows our property lines. Now our property does go pretty far back that way. I think we can head that way and kind of see what we find. So right now, over here, we're behind, there's a shed right back here that's on our property. But there does seem to be like a little trail that goes through. That could be an animal trail. Probably is, because the lady that lived in this house before us was 80-something years old. So unlike she's been walking back here lately. And it is kind of small. Maybe we drop a trail camera on there. Or do we kind of walk through? There's a bit of a path this way too. I think I might use this tree right here. I don't know if you can see it. I can't even really hit it. This tree. Because that'll get either... I don't know. I don't want to miss where the animals are. So like if they're coming through here, I do have 4 trail cameras, so I could put one here and see, but let's look at where we are on the property too, according to the app. Alright, so I'm still not even close to the property line yet. That property's got to go pretty far that way. But let's drop a trail cam. Let's see how far back we can get, I guess. So let's go. So we got our last trail camera set up. I did set it up on the bottom of this tree, aiming up this way, because there is a bit of a trail that goes up back this way. I do think it goes towards the end of my property, at least to the back part of it. There is a lot of property this way that I haven't even checked out yet. But I might save that for another day. Or I might just check it out myself. And not worry about the trail cameras at that point. But I at least have 3 of the 4 trail cameras set up in the back. I think I want to go that way and see if I can set one up that way. I'm not going to bring the tripod because it's kind of thick over here. I'm really heading into the thick of it. Hoping I don't get covered in poison ivy or get 1,000 ticks on me. Because there are a lot of ticks down here, I've heard. That's part of why I want to get some animals to keep back here, so they can eat all the ticks and bugs. But that's an uphill battle. But we're gonna head back here and see what we can find. It's super dense over here though, so this should be interesting. So I think this is definitely going to be a part of the property that we're gonna want to clear at some point, because it is super thick back here. I'm having a hard time getting through kind of anything here. There's a tree that's down. Oh, there's a little gap. Let's go to the gap. Okay. I think there's a trail. It's a little trail. Or it's not even really a trail, but let's head through this way. Hope my camera doesn't die. Doesn't look like it wants to stay on right now. Should have brought an extra battery with me because I don't even remember the last time I changed the battery on this guy. So my camera died as I was in the middle of shooting one of those last clips. I got through the thick of it and it comes to this clearing. Let me flip the camera around if I can. and show you guys. So from what I can see back here, there's a wire that runs along some of the trees back here. That's got to be the property line. So I found the property line. Ow, sticker bushes. I hate sticker bushes. And there's a lot of them on this property. But I found the back property line. I haven't found the side property line yet. But let's see if we can find it. It is super nice back here, though. It is really open. The only thing is I don't know, like if I put a trail camera back here, I gotta get back to it. My best bet might be to go along the back property line. All right, so we got our last trail camera up. We're gonna head on back and we'll check these guys in a couple days and see what we find. That's kind of all I got for you guys for today's video. At least for this part of today's video. I have some other stuff I gotta work on today. That'll probably be a separate video. I just gotta find my way back and hope that I can get to this spot again. I think I'm gonna mark it on the hunting app so I know that's where I put a camera. The rest of them I'm pretty confident I can find, but this one is in a part of the property I've never been on. Thanks for checking out the video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe so you can kind of keep updated on all the weird stuff I'm doing on this new property. That last trail camera is up, and we're gonna check on these guys in a few days and see what we find. Again, thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you on the next one.